What's good, y'all? Crosswalk episode 31. Tons to talk about. NFL playoffs, college football playoffs, UFC, a ton of stuff. But before we get into it, I'm Jax. That's Cross. What's going on, bro?
Bro, I'm doing well, man. Trying to stay warm over here. I hope you're doing well, and hope everybody in the chat, whoever's in here. I know Grimey's in here. Appreciate it. Shout out to Grimey in the chat. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing, bro. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. What Grammy say? Is this a new intro? No, same intro.
hmm
Same intro. I'm straight, man. So this is episode 31. So do you have number 31 that pops into your head when you hear that number?
So I do have somebody for number 31, but I actually have two guys. I'm gonna go with two different sports since
Okay.
this is crosswalk. It's some crossover. So for
Yeah.
baseball,
Yeah.
this dude, like back in the day, like just had that swag, man. But Greg Maddux, bro.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
one.
Cy
That's a
Young
good one.
winner, Hall of Famer, and
Mhm.
just could swing it a little bit. Wasn't the
Yeah.
most athletic, but I mean, seeing him now like on commercials and like even little interviews he does, man, I still like Greg Maddux to this day.
Yeah.
And then my
Yeah.
my number two is I went football and I went Jim Brown.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. So for mine, so I had to I kind of went two, um I had to go with the first one. I go with Jamal Lewis, man. Jamal Lewis. Uh, Now the other person that I was thinking about going with was Priest Holmes, who was actually on the same team as
Mm,
Jamal Lewis when they won
hmm
the chip. But Priest Holmes used to hold the record for most touchdowns in a season. So, and of course, that's University of Texas right there. So, yeah, he had to throw that in there.
Of course. To be fair, I thought you was gonna say Reggie Miller.
I wanted to dig a little deeper, and I also thought about Jason Terry. He was
hmm
31 at one point. So, like, but football was on my brain, so I won football. Yeah,
Cool.
Jamal Lewis on Madden was unstoppable for sure.
Yeah, bro. Like him and Ray Lewis on the same team. I can only imagine the collisions at like OTAs and training camp, bro.
Yeah,
Mm.
ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. You already know. So
hmm
you want to jump into UFC, NFL, or college football first?
Let's jump into the NFL. I mean, it was the most recent. Let's jump into the NFL.
Okay, so NFL, obviously wild card weekend. Did you get to see all of the games, or just like some of them, or what?
Bro, I watched every single one. Phenomenal weekend of NFL football, by the way. Phenomenal. The games are amazing. We really only I say probably the Pats and Chargers game was probably like not the best one, but outside of that, the
Yeah,
other games are phenomenal.
yeah. I mean, every game except for the Pats and what Chargers won was within 4 points, which is
hmm
crazy. But when I watched the Bears game, the Bears Packers game, which to me, I think that one was the most exciting. At least to me, it was. But I mean, if somebody picks another game, I don't fault you for that. But I will say, and I don't know if I sent it to you. I think I did. That for Caleb Williams, and I've been talking like I don't know about Caleb. I'm not sure about Caleb. I think I'm sure about Caleb now. I think I'm sure. I think he's legit, man. Like he's for real, for real. But what did you get out of that Packers game? That Packers Bears game?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I thought the game was over with. Like I was one of those people. I was like, it's done. It's done. I think it was like
Hmm.
21-3 or something like that. And for me, like the Bears couldn't really get anything going. And I'm just like, the Packers, they're gonna have opportunities just to eat up some clock. The offense can pretty much do what it wants to do. But
Hmm.
then, man,
Hmm.
like the drops were the biggest thing for the Packers.
Yes.
And I don't know if you saw. I know I definitely sent it to you, but the clip of all the Packers fans that were like live streaming it and their
Hmm.
reaction to it as it's happening,
Yes.
you can just see the anxiety come over their face, man. It was
Yeah, man.
phenomenal finish though.
It really was, man, and that pass that, well, first of all, both of them were actually throwing some dots out there.
Hmm.
Um, Even though Jordan Love lost, his team lost, he definitely, came to play. I mean, he made a few
Hmm.
mistakes here and there, but I mean, I feel like he just didn't have enough time to get to the throws that he wanted, and obviously there were some drops. But Caleb, man, that pass that he dropped in when he was kind of going to fade into the left on one foot, dude,
Hmm.
I was like, that's a crazy throw. That's an
Yeah.
amazing throw. And that throw right there, I was like, I think I'm in on this now. I'm in on the Caleb Williams experience.
Yeah, that's the thing about Caleb, man. He has the ability to make those plays that very few people on the planet can make. And I
Yeah.
think for him, it's going to be more so like he can't live on those splashy plays, like the plays he has to make. Get more
Mhm.
consistent on those, and then the splashy plays, just let those happen. But for me in this
Yeah.
game, man, I feel as though like Green Bay gave this game away. I don't feel as though this was all
Mhm.
on Chicago just coming back. For me, it was Green Bay just giving the game away.
Yeah. It was a lot of, the momentum. It just rolled
Hmm.
all the way the other way, and they just kind of let go of the rope. Um, I don't really have a lot to say about the Patriots and Chargers game except for um, it didn't it didn't make me more impressed by the Patriots. It was more so that the Chargers just don't have a line at all. Like they
Hmm.
have nobody that
Hmm.
can predict anything.
Yep.
And the Patriots did what they were supposed to do, but like I'm not super impressed by them, at least from this game.
Yeah, man. I think I saw it on social media today, but the Chargers, I think they have like four offensive linemen who are like the last like four in like in the player score where like they grade like the players.
Oh yeah, like
And
PFF.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And Justin Herbert just couldn't get anything accomplished. I mean, he was 19 to 31 for 189 yards, and that's going to be tough trying to get a win when that's what your franchise quarterback is able to do. And it wasn't all on him, honestly.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And they have some roster moves that they need to make in order to be successful because they're gonna run this dude into the ground. Like, I mean, him running for his life and getting hit so many times, trying to do everything. It just reminds me of David Carr, Derek's brother,
Hmm. Hmm.
and what happened with the Texans. Like, I see a very similar path, unfortunately, but hopefully they get the line together. But the way that they look like the worst team in the playoffs to me.
Yeah, it was tough to see because I mean, like Herbert's been hearing it like he hasn't been able to get over the hump, and just got no help from his offensive
Hmm.
line, unfortunately.
Yeah. Shout out to Tense 23. Is that a Bears thing in his? Does he have
I,
Bears in his profile pic?
I think that's the Bears right there in that profile pic.
Yeah, it's kind of small. Um, Grimy said Pats won't win the title. Yeah, I mean, not as currently constructed. No, they need some other things, but yeah, I just I wasn't impressed by that necessarily. They beat a team that they probably should have beat.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's good, bro. Everybody's good.
Doing
Um,
well, doing well.
so yeah, speaking of white men, let's go to the Bills and Jaguars. Josh Allen turned into Superman, put the cape on,
Hmm.
and got it done. Um, but I mean, it was almost unfortunate that the Jags had to play the Bills because they had such a good season leading up to this. It's not like they got blown out or anything like that. They made this a really, really good game, and Josh Allen had to put on his cape to win it. But what did you get from this particular game?
Just like you said, I mean, Josh Allen literally put the team on his back. Trevor Lawrence just wasn't ready to take that next step. I mean, threw two picks, and they were costly. Um, but I will say this though, for Jacksonville, like there's a lot of good energy down there. Very young team, got some talent, and I mean, I don't think this is. Hopefully, this isn't a loss to where the franchise goes back into the tank. Hopefully, this is something that they can go into the off season, make a couple moves. The team comes into training camp hungry, ready to go, and they can get back to the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I think that with Jacksonville, where they run into issues is after they have a successful season, which I definitely think this was a successful season. They end up letting some people go, and they're not the top, the top players, but they're the ones that actually glue the team together,
Mm-hmm.
and they end up falling apart and having to restart all over again. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
they figure that out and don't let the actual heartbeat of the team get away. Because I mean, they definitely have some good. They didn't even have Travis Hunter for a massive part of the season, and
Mm-hmm.
I know that he would be somebody that would help, especially as far as like receiving and in the defensive secondary. So like they were missing some things, and they still got this far. So hopefully they don't fall apart.
Yeah.
But
And with it being not like a big market, like it's hard for them to pull in like those big free agents to go to Jacksonville.
yeah, that's true. Not quite a destination yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Here's a game. I think this game made me the most happy. The 49ers beat the Eagles 23-19. Unfortunately, George Kittle tore his Achilles. That
Mm-hmm.
sucked. Um, Man, and did you see him getting carted off? Like, did you see how his
I so
demeanor when he was?
so I
You
mean,
know,
when they showed the replay, like I was like,
mhm.
yeah, that's definitely an Achilles. And at that point, man, you just feel awful. And I know I sent it to you. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but the whole conspiracy theory with the Niners and all the injuries.
There's a conspiracy theory.
Yes, bro. So their stadium and practice facility is literally like right next to like a an electrical substation or something like that. And supposedly that's why like all these players get injured because like it has an effect on like their ligaments and tendons and
Mm,
all that. And I mean it's a whole thing, dog, for real.
that's crazy. No, I ain't heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, something's got to be going on, man, because they can't keep anybody healthy at all.
And all these
But
Achilles injuries too.
it seems like there's been a massive rash of Achilles injuries, like within the past year and a half, maybe. Like
Longer than
it's
that.
just it's spiked up. Like what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, literally, it sounds like you kind of feeding into the conspiracy theory, honestly. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It makes sense. But yeah, like I said, I sent it to you. You'll have to check it out and let me know what you think, though,
Yeah,
for
I
real.
need to check that out. I need to check that out. Um, James Dillon's talking about the Texans. Before we get to Texans, the Rams Panthers game, that was such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good game. And again, it just shows how exciting the Panthers are, man. Even in a loss, like they're an exciting team. Like I said, I expected them to lose, but I figured it was going to be an exciting game. And I don't know how they keep on doing this, but
I
and
mean,
then
it's just the young nucleus of talent they got. I mean, I'm finally glad to see Bryce Young doing his thing in the NFL. And they put up like a
yeah,
crazy stat. Like 12 of his like 14 wins are like comeback drives that like he had to orchestrate. So you like to see him start to, get his feet underneath him. But I mean,
hmm
he gave his chance his team to lead at the end of the game, and then Matthew Stafford, being that guy he is, leads the Rams down the field for the game winning touchdown. And you just got to tip your cap to Matthew Stafford, man. In those situations,
that's
man,
true.
big time players step up in big time situations.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to win the MVP?
I think the way Drake may play in the opening round sealed it, and then Stafford having like he played well, and then having the drive to go win the game. I think Stafford's gonna win MVP.
So technically, votes are all cast, and it's over with before the playoff game started. Like you have to do that. So based on that, I think that they're still going to give it to Stafford. I think so. Which I would prefer. But you never know with the voters, man. You never know the media types that are making these votes and stuff. But I think the Stafford's probably the right way to go. So for the Rams, after seeing them in that game, we're stock down on the Rams going into the next round.
I'm gonna say I'm not. I was already kind of feeling good about the Rams going into the playoffs, and then seeing them win a game like this, for me, it only makes me feel a little bit better because you're gonna have to win some ugly games. You're gonna be in like some tough spots, and you got to figure out a way to get it done. And Stafford is dealing, so I'm feeling good about the Rams. We'll see though, because anything can happen because there's so much parity in the NFL right now.
That's true. That's true. Man, if you look at like leading into the season, I was worried about the quarterback play in the NFL. But like there's been so many young quarterbacks that have like really like stepped it up. Bryce Young being one of them. Caleb, I had a totally different opinion of him at the beginning of the year than I do now. Drake May, list goes on. Like I feel like we're in a way better situation as far as quarterback play than we were even at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. I mean, I know all the numbers are down pretty much everybody, and I think that's more so the defenses have started to catch up to like this modern offense. Because I mean, for a while it was literally just all offense, and now we're starting to see these modern defenses and all this cover four, all this quarters, and it just makes it very hard on the quarterbacks to be able to read the coverages they're looking at. But yeah, I'm glad to see these young quarterbacks are developing.
Yeah, 100% agree. Do you think I saw this question asked somewhere? Do you think the quarterback is the most important position in team sports?
Man, that is so tough. I'm gonna say yes, just because like if you have all the talent you need and like you don't have that guy at quarterback, we could think about all the teams that had like phenomenal defenses and they just had somebody just to not mess it up at quarterback. But when you think about like the great quarterbacks, all of them got pretty much multiple Super Bowls. So I mean, for
Yeah,
me, it goes back to that position. Like when you got a guy that the whole team believes and they know like, hey, we just got to get them the ball back, or we're never out of the game. It just it translated to the teammates where they always believe they're always in the game.
that's true. That's true. Shout out to James Dillon. YouTube was hating on live because the algorithm is hating on us or whatever. Yeah, we can restart it though. Yeah, we can't do that now.
Sorry.
Can't do that. Let's
What's next? Texans, Steelers?
Actually,
I missed you went out for a second.
should be working now.
All right, yeah, I got you.
Is it working? Cool. All right. The quarterback thing. I actually don't think the quarterback is the most important position in team sports. I actually think it's whatever star player there is in basketball, because you play offense and you play defense, and you can impact more than the quarterback can the other side. Even though the quarterback is super, important, I would say it's number two. But I think a star player on a basketball team's a little bit more important. But anyway, we were going to college football. So yeah.
No, we gotta get the Texas Steelers tonight. We got to touch on that too.
Oh yeah, dude. You see how I forget about the Texans? I ain't worse. But what's up, Lazy? Oh,
yo, what's going on, Lazy? Always good to see you, brother.
Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, Lazy. I saw you in Morning Combat's chat earlier. But so yeah, the Texans and the Steelers. What are you thinking is going to happen here?
Man, I think the Texans are going. I think the Texans are gonna get after Aaron Rodgers tonight. Like that defense for the Texans, like the two edge rushers, both corners, that defense just really gets after you. They don't really have to blitz much. Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter, they just pin their ears back and they just hunt. On the flip side, though, I mean the Steelers do get DK Metcalf back. I think that's going to be huge for them. But I think the Texans are going to be able to get Rodgers off of his spot and just get after him tonight and just make it very difficult for him. I don't think we're going to see a lot of points tonight, but I think we're going to be in for a treat tonight for real.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, unfortunately, I think the Texans are going to show how old Aaron Rodgers really is. He won't be able to escape the pressure coming from both sides. So, yeah, I'm going to be. And I think that they might be a little bit better than the Chargers, but that's another team that just snuck into the playoffs. That's, creating a scrimmage game for the Texans. So I would love.
We gonna see, and we both gonna be tuned in.
Yeah, I would love to see the Texans lose, though. That'd be nice. It ain't gonna happen.
Of course you would. Of course.
All right, so college football. So Indiana 50, Oregon 22, and Miami 31, Ole Miss 27. Which one did you live stream for? It was for.
So I did the Indiana Oregon game, and
that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously the Miami Ole Miss game was the better game. It was much more competitive, but the Indiana Oregon game started with a bang, bro. It was a pick six on the first play of the game, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. But Indiana are full grown men, dude. Like they do not play around. They don't make mistakes. Like they show up and it's just business as usual. And they get it done, man, for real. Like, I think it's about that time we start having to talk about Dan Lanning in big games. Like he's starting to look like the guy that just got fired at Penn State that went to go to Virginia Tech, James Franklin. Like just can't get over the hump, can't win the big games. Like Dan Lanning in these big games that really, really matter, can't seem to get over the hump.
Yeah, it does seem that way. And I mean, it never looked like a game. I went back and watched it. I popped into your chat late and I went back and watched the game. And yeah, that never looked like that was going to be anywhere near. And Indiana just looks unbeatable right now. Mm-hmm. Even though, Miami is kind of a team of destiny, the way they're getting there. But yeah, or Indiana just looks unbeatable. It's definitely, at least it feels like to me going into the championship game, a David and Goliath situation, because Miami is, that Ole Miss game pushed them to the end, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know if Miami stands a chance, to be honest with you. But what did you get from the Miami and Ole Miss game?
So the Miami Ole Miss game for me, at least to my eye, watching the game live, it looked like Miami was the clear and away the better team. And it just felt as though like Ole Miss was just hanging around. And then next thing you know, Ole Miss gets the lead in the fourth quarter. And Carson Beck, bro, he looks like I think it was the 2023 version of himself at Georgia. Like Carson Beck is playing out of his mind right now. I think Miami is the hottest team right now, but I think Indiana's been the most consistent team. But like the physicality of Miami is so much enjoyable to watch, because like they beat you up at the line of scrimmage, massive offensive line, Fletcher in the backfield, physical running back. And they hit you on defense and they get after you. But unfortunately, like they took so many injuries in the Ole Miss game, especially in the secondary. They lost two corners. Their starting safety got banged up. He came back in the game, and then their second best edge rusher got hurt. So they're limping into the national championship game against Indiana. So I'm very curious to see how that defense is going to hold up, because the national championship game, honestly, these are two of the best defenses in the country. Indiana's the number 2 run defense, number 4 total defense. Miami's number 10 in total defense, number 6 run defense. So it's going to be some physical football going on next
Mm-hmm.
Monday.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So obviously SEC's not in there. And they haven't been in a championship game for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the SEC is taking the dip?
So I'm glad you asked this. So I'm gonna address it like this. This is not the first time we've seen something like this. This has happened. I went all the way back into the 90s. There were 3 years in the 90s where the SEC didn't win a championship. There were 3 years in the 2000s where the SEC didn't win a championship. And these are consecutive years. And then the 2010s, it was 2 years as well. So we've seen, time periods where, the SEC isn't getting it done. But I'm just going to go at it like this. This is only the second year of the 12-team playoff. This is all still very new. NIL, this is still evolving day to day. The transfer portal still evolving. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we gonna find out. The SEC is gonna adjust. But I will say this though: the transfer portal and NIL has definitely spread the talent out a lot more, and it makes all the games more competitive. Like those games where you just come in and you just know before the game even starts, it's gonna be an easy win. Those days are in the past. And it makes for a more stressful viewing experience for the fans, but
That's
it's
true.
definitely good football though. And shout out to Grimy. I know he loves this segment of the show right here, talking about the Big Ten. And hey, the Big Ten's on top right now. I got no problem giving the Big Ten their flowers. Enjoy it while it lasts, because we know in the SEC it just means more.
He said even Paul Feinbaum has said the SEC is done. I saw that video.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the NIL has a lot to do with it. As far as, like you said, spreading the talent out. But I also think that the SEC beats up on each other a lot. So, that takes it out of, some things that, if you're playing in a more lopsided conference, you're playing some bottom feeders and you're not getting those losses on your record. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. But I don't think the SEC is necessarily falling off. But I do think that things will be a little bit more. There'll be a lot more parity going forward.
And I will say this
SEC
too about the Big Ten. The coaching in the
Mm-hmm.
Big Ten is legit, man. Signetti, the guy that just went from Iowa State to Penn State, Kyle Whittingham at Michigan. Like, I mean, the coaching up there at Lanning, even though he can't win the big game, he still wins a lot of games. Lincoln Riley at USC. I mean, the conference got some good coaches now. So I mean, hey, I can't even hate on that.
See what Grammy said. He said, I told Cross they used to take those poor kids down to Tuscaloosa, throw a snow bunny and a sack of cash at them, and boom.
Why wouldn't we do that, Grammy? That's expert level recruiting right there, big dog. That's how you get it done.
I think that's definitely part of the recruiting playbook. Mm-hmm. That's number one. It works every time. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm anxious to see how they expand, if they expand, when they expand the playoff, to see how it affects things. I mean,
I got a quick question for you on that. So when they expand, do you think they go to 14, 16, or even bigger than that?
Dude, they can't go bigger than that. They cannot. I think I would think more 16.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. And even then, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
I look at it like this. Can you imagine, like, they go to 16 and then the first 2 rounds of the playoffs are on campus? I think that's phenomenal. You there? I think you went out for a split second.
Yeah, yeah. Internet. What you say now?
I said, can you imagine like the first two rounds of the playoffs being on campus instead of like we get one round on
Ooh,
campus and then they go to neutral sites?
that's what they should do. That's exactly what they
Yeah,
should do. Now that's going to
because bro,
devalue the bowl games even more. But
yeah, but I mean,
I guess
at the same time, the bowl games are already super devalued now.
true. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. That totally makes sense to me.
Because the atmosphere of the on campus games is just you can't beat it.
Yeah, and Miami is about to almost feel that in the title game,
Mhm.
which is crazy, ain't
Yeah,
it?
but Miami's a little different though. Like they don't really have a home field advantage when you think about it. You'll turn on a couple Miami games and they'll have about 35, 50 people at the game. So I mean, even though I know the national championship is gonna be sold out, but I'm just saying,
Mhm.
Miami ain't packing it out every game now.
No, so much other stuff to do.
Hmm.
So much. Yeah. Um, Prediction going into the game, or do you want to wait till next week?
I'm gonna wait until next week. I'm gonna wait until next week.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right, let's jump into some UFC stuff. So, we said last week that we were going to come with our predictions for 2026. Um, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't know what we're going to come up with. You want
Yeah,
to start? Do you
this
want
is
me to
gonna
start?
be real interesting. I guess I'll start. So my first hot take of 2026 for the UFC, I think Tom Aspinall is gonna vacate. Like
Oh,
I think the whole eye
okay.
thing is very real, and I think he's gonna end up being out for a while, and I think he's gonna have to vacate, and we are finally going to see a UFC fighter get an opportunity to be a three division champ. Alex
Mm-hmm.
Pereira is gonna move up and get that opportunity to be a three division champion.
It's to be his.
That's my first hot take of 2026.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That Grammy said Conor McGregor fights in 26. That's my bold prediction.
That's a real
Isn't
hot
that?
take.
I don't know if it's that crazy. I don't know. Dana White has moved heaven and earth for Conor McGregor before,
True.
so
You ain't wrong.
yeah, I could see it happening. I could see it. All right, so my first one is um, obviously Ilya Taporia has some pending legal issues and things like that going on. We don't know when he's going to come back. Um, so I think in some twisted, weird way, Armin Sarukian becomes the lightweight champ. Yeah, I think it happens, and then Ilya Taporia fight for his belt.
So let me ask you this. Is it with Armin becoming the champion, is it a type thing where he beats Ilya or Ilya vacates and then he beats the winner of Gaethje and Patty?
I think that's the way it goes. So it actually builds the fight up to be even bigger.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's the way that the UFC script writers have it written out right now. I think that's the
I
way it's
see
going
you
to
working. I see you working. So my number two hot take, and I know this one probably gonna shock you right here, but my 2026 UFC hot take is Ilya Taporia will lose his O in 2026. I think with
Oh, that's
I,
your bully.
I know, dog. I know, but I think everything going on in his personal life with the ex-wife, the kids, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's really gonna get to him. And at this game, when you're at the top of the top, any type of distraction at all takes you away from like being the elite of the elite. And
Yeah.
we've seen with Armin Sarukian, like dude just went and dominated that dude in wrestling. We saw that not too long
Yes.
ago.
Lance Palmer.
And
Yes.
he's definitely the number one contender at lightweight. And he's not a guy you can go in there with and be distracted in the slightest. And it pains me to say it. It pains me to say, and I hope I am so wrong about this, but I think Ilya Taporia loses that O in 2026.
That's a good one, man. That's a really good one. Shout out to you, James. Appreciate you supporting. Oh,
Every
trying to check
time, Grimy.
the standard, man. All right, so my second hot take. It's not that hot, but I mean, it'll be noticeable to a certain extent. I think Paulo Costa officially leaves the UFC, and I
Ooh,
think that he ends up doing some of this, celebrity
celebrity
type.
boxing type stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
I think.
sense, especially with how his Twitter is.
Yeah, I mean, his Twitter is dope. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did you see that picture with Tracy Cortez and
I did,
Alex
bro. I
Perez and
did see it. I did see it.
Brian Ortega?
I did see it. I did see it.
That was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That boy, AI is crazy. Yeah.
So my third hot
What
take,
you got?
third hot take. This one right here is just straight off the dome right here. So my third hot take, nah, that's not even a hot take. I don't know. The
You
ones
got
I
warm
come up
take.
with, they're like, yeah, it's like lukewarm for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, yeah, this is a lukewarm take, but I think Muhammad Mukayev is back in the UFC in 2026.
That's a good one. That's a good one. No, we see you, James. We see you. Appreciate it on the production part. Appreciate that. Um, no, that's not a bad take at all. And the division would be so much better for having him for sure. Because I think that he's at worst. I think he's a top 5 flyweight right now. At worst.
Hey, low key, this is probably like the best time ever for flyweight. Like flyweight is
Mm-hmm.
got so many guys: Van,
Yeah.
Pantoja, Cop, Tatsuro Tyra,
Yeah.
like Moreno's
Cesar
still
Moreno.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flyweight is at probably the best position it's ever been in right now.
Charles Johnson. I mean, they got,
Yeah, shout out to Charles Johnson.
yeah. I mean, they got so many people, but like they're people with personalities and that people want to follow their careers, as opposed to before when they had good fighters back then. You know, Sergio Pettis, Joseph Benavidez. You know, the guys like that. But their personalities weren't getting out there, and you didn't really know their story, and so they weren't. It just didn't translate as well as these people do. So, but yeah, I think they would be a great time back. Grammy said Joshua Van loses his title in 26. I don't really think that's a hot take.
That's not a hot take at all because that could happen to Manel Cop or Tatsuro Tyra, honestly.
He said Snoop Dogg was high at Golden Globes. Yeah. Yeah.
Ball Snoop in the building, dog. Ball Snoop in the building.
All right. So my third one. It could be a hot take, but it could. I don't know. We'll see. So I said Volk, Usman, Izzy, and Dan Hooker retire.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lukewarm take. That's a lukewarm take.
All of them got to retire.
Yeah, I think it's the last leg for Izzy, Volk. Izzy and Volk 100% because I don't think Izzy really has anything left to fight for. Volk I could see Volk beating Diego, and then that next fight against like Lerone Murphy or Mobsar being like the last fight. I could see Volk going out like that.
Yeah.
Hooker, who he about? Is it BSD? He's about to fight at UFC 325.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a tough night for Hooker if BSD gets him to the ground.
It could be. He gonna submit him if he gets him down. Did you see the back and forth with Dan Hooker and
Bro, I saw it. I saw it. And matter of fact, I was talking about it, and somebody was saying how was Dan Hooker out of line for what he said. I'm like, hold up. What Patty Pimblett said first was out of line. Like Patty
Yeah.
Pimblett went low, and then Dan Hooker went to the basement. Game is game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame Dan for that at all. Appreciate the sub, Ryan Anthony. And yeah, we do
Appreciate
talk
that,
boxing.
Ryan.
We talk boxing when it comes up for sure. Definitely any combat sport. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fair, you know, and hopefully at some point maybe they get to settle it. You know, if Patty, a lot would have to happen for it to happen for them to actually fight. But
Yeah.
if they did, it would be a big fight.
Yeah, I think Gaethje would have to beat Patty in order for them to get kind of close to each other. Because if Patty wins, they're definitely not gonna fight.
Yeah, there's not enough time left, especially if what I said a second ago is true about Dan Hooker. Because I mean, the reason that I say Dan Hooker is because just the amount of damage that he takes in fights and how often he's getting hurt, and he's in his mid-30s. Like he got a family and stuff. He wants to be able to play with his kids. So
unfortunately, the highlight is right there too.
Yeah,
that's gonna be another tough one to see go right there.
Yeah. I mean, the whole lightweight division. I mean, Michael Chandler's got to be, dipping on out here soon too.
Yep. So like 38 or something like that.
Yeah, the whole division is going to kind of cycle some of these older guys out. Obviously, Dustin is going to, he already led the charge for it, and I think I said it on another platform or whatever. But I just felt like within a year, lightweight is going to look so different.
Yeah, it's definitely some up and coming guys, and at lightweight definitely gonna make that division interesting. And Grimy just put something nice in the chat. Did you guys see Ulberg versus Yuri in the works? I did see that on X the other day, and I think that kind of went into my hot take about Pereira vacating and going up to heavyweight.
Yeah, I saw it, and I also saw the Yuri push back on that and said that it wasn't.
Was it because the kid?
I don't know if it was because of that or what, but that would make sense from a timing perspective. But I don't know. He could just be trying to get one more kid comes.
Yeah. I don't think I like that fight for Yuri though. And I love me some Yuri Prohaska now, but that wildness, bro, like as we've seen, when he get in there with technical strikers, bro, he gets clipped a lot. Yeah. And Ulberg, man, with that footwork, and he got big power in both hands too. We saw that in the Dominic Reyes fight, man. Slept him like in the first round, quick.
Yeah, he slept him bad. He slept him real bad. I think that I would still favor Yuri in that fight, only because I feel like Carlos, while he's trying his reads, he starts slow, and Yuri is ready to get things over with as soon as possible, however possible. So I feel like Yuri take the fight to him and then make it into more of a brawl. And we've seen how Ulberg, things don't go well when he's in a brawl. We saw that, when he fought
Kennedy and Zeshko.
Yeah. So
but that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. It was a long time
ago. And I mean, man, Ulberg, like he been finishing guy. I think the only dude he hasn't finished recently was Jan Blachowicz, I believe.
Yeah, but
yeah, bro. Like he's like a bear out there, dog.
Yeah,
you can tell Blachowicz is just dense.
Yeah, he's real solid. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if they do make that fight, I would definitely be excited to see it for sure.
100%. How's the break going? You getting that itch for UFC 324 yet?
Yeah. I think it's because it's like at this point, which leads me to say tomorrow, me and Frankie are recording the top 26 for 2026. So that's going to be out soon. But it's like we're wrapping up 2025 now, and it's like, okay, we have nothing else to say about this. We need some more stuff to see, to talk about. So yeah, I definitely got an itch. I mean, football's great, and I love watching it and everything, but it doesn't replace the UFC. I still need UFC 2.
Of course,
Yeah.
we got to see that violence, dog.
hmm hmm Definitely got to see it. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. And the fact that they put, like you said last time, the back-to-back pay-per-views. I felt like they know that this is a long. What was it?
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks. It's a long
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks.
Yeah, they gotta feed us.
That's a whole grading period.
Yep. So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now because this is usually your thing that you do to me. So I feel like it's only fair. I flip this around, flip the script a little bit. What is your most look forward to fight of 2026?
Oh man. I'm going to say that I think, and I really hope that it works out this way, that at some point we get Carlos Prates against Michael Morales, like towards the end of the year. Like I'm really hoping that we get this year. You know, I know it's not the next fight, but eventually this year, I hope that we get that.
Yeah, I saw somewhere Morales was talking about JDM possibly next.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've also seen people match Carlos Prates with JDM. I don't know if they know what they're going to do, but I really want to see that fight.
Yeah, that'll be fireworks.
Yeah.
Who would take the first backward step in that fight? Morales? Yeah, I think it'd be Morales too.
I mean, he wearing dresses, dogs. I mean,
hey, but he still be sleeping dudes though, dog. Like this dude being a dress sleeping grown men, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Carlos can take a step back after that. Like he can't. Like you've seen it already. Nah, man, you gotta lock this dude down. But I mean, I think that they're both is huge for the division. And Carlos Prates isn't small either. But like, and in their styles, I think that Michael Morales is more versatile, a little bit more versatile. But he still wants to do the very same thing that Carlos Prates wants to do, and that's knock you out. So, yeah, I think that would be amazing.
In that matchup, I think Prates has a few more weapons. I think he's the better kicker. For me, Morales is like much more like boxer brawler. Like he just wants to do all his work with his hands. But Prates, you got the elbows, the knees, nasty in the clinch. But yeah, definitely a fight between those two would be fireworks.
Yeah, 100%. Grammy said the worst part of that clip is he like on the sidewalk like a hooker and walks up to the car, all zesty.
And then go in there and sleep dudes, man.
Yep. So I know you got one.
Oh, my most fight I'm looking forward to the most in 2026. I'm gonna go a little. I don't think this is too likely just because of how long this one guy's been off. But Islam Makhachev versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. I think that'd be a phenomenal fight. Phenomenal fight.
Yeah, that is another one. For Shavkat, it's almost like you wish he would get another fight before, because I mean, fighting the number one pound for pound fighter in the world off of an injury, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's gonna happen. But for me at welterweight, I think Shavkat is the most dangerous guy for Islam.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so. And I do want to see that fight for sure. I hope that. I mean, all these things can't all happen because they're gonna cancel each other out at some point. Yep. But I would like to see that fight. I really would. So who is or is there somebody that is not a champion, never been a champion, that you think can get the belt this year?
Somebody never been a champ that can get the belt this year.
Yeah, because I mean, if we say like
Mm,
somebody who's not champion, can be champion, like that's
got
easy.
one.
I mean,
Got one.
yeah.
Got one.
Okay, who you got?
Lerone Murphy can be a
Ooh,
champion
okay.
in 2026. And I definitely don't think it would be easy because I mean, I think at this point, he's probably gonna have to fight somebody. He's probably gonna have to fight Mavsar to get a title shot to fight the winner
Yeah,
of Diego and Vogt. But I personally think if that were to happen like later in the year, that could be like the farewell of Alexander Volkanovski.
yeah, I think that would be good. Yep, I got one. Manel Cop.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. Can definitely see that. If he
Mhm.
makes weight. If he makes weight.
Man, there's no way he can do it. Jeez, man. He better make weight. He better make weight. Yeah. Was there another UFC one I had? Now that I think. Oh, before I, because we're getting close to the end, but for UFC events or whatever, are you gonna live stream the majority of the number cards? Can't call them pay per
Oh,
views.
one for sure. I'm definitely gonna be live streaming the number cards 100%, man. It's too much fun, like chopping it up with everybody in the chat, man, for real.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try to do as many as possible. Grimy said Imavov could also be champion in 26. Hamza might move up. Maybe.
Move up after just getting the belt. Because I mean, he's gonna fight his first title defense probably gonna be Imavov.
That's true. That's true too.
And I think Imavov would get baptized by Hamza too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Imavov has some pretty decent takedown defense, but not against somebody like Hamza.
It ain't enough. It ain't enough. That's, I mean, low key, bro. Like Hamza, you could throw his grappling is top 2, top 3 in the UFC.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why he could actually be competitive at light heavyweight.
Bro, I think he would go up there and he just would destroy everybody because there's no grappling at 205. None.
That's true. Like you put Hamza against Khalil Roundtree.
Bad night for Khalil. So you put him in there against Pereira. It's gonna be problems.
I think that he lands a punch. Maybe on the ground, but Hamza's just gonna take him down and do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, that's Hamza. His dreams of being a 3-division champion to me are gone because I can't see him making welterweight.
Yeah, there's no chance he can go back down to 170 at all.
No. If anything, he could go up to light heavyweight and win a belt. I actually think that he would have trouble with
more success.
Azamat. I think he would have trouble at light heavyweight against Azamat
Mirzakhanov.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. Like I see him doing whatever he wants at middleweight, but I think he'll have an even easier time at light heavyweight because there's just
for the most part,
no grappling at all.
Yeah,
because the only guy I think I can see at middleweight that really can do something with the grappling is Fluffy.
Yeah, and hopefully Sean Strickland doesn't mess that up.
Hopefully, because bro, I'm not trying to see 1,000 jabs anymore, dog. I'm not I just can't do it, man. I don't know how y'all do it, man. For real,
just hitting that X button, just jab. Yeah, Grimy said he thinks that he would ragdoll everyone at light heavyweight. Yeah, for the most part, I think so. I agree. Cool, man. So, are you ready to start doing your recording your pre-fight stuff? Like that's coming up soon. Like you didn't have some time off.
It's been kind of nice having the time off and just doing the streaming, but it's another element. Got to get back to it, but I'm looking forward to it. And you know what I got coming up, I'm probably gonna try and stream NFL game this weekend. Probably maybe on Sunday. We'll see. I can't, don't quote me on it. I may or may not. But outside of that, I'll definitely be streaming the national championship game, college game next week. So that'll be a 2-stream day. We'll have crosswalk, and I'll go right into the national championship game.
Dope. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got a few things coming out this week, so y'all stay locked in on that. If y'all haven't subbed to both the channels, Making Walk and Crossover MMA, make sure y'all go and do that. But yeah, till next time.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk.